Hello travel buddies! Have you been to the Middle East before? Yin and I just wrapped up an 18-day guided tour across 3 countries. Was it expensive? Well, yes, it was. Was it worth it? Yes, totally hesitant for me to say that. Because next time in Middle East, I'm not going on a guided tour. I'd rather do a tour with a guide. If you missed episode 1 and 2, which cover those first 6 days in Egypt, check the links in the description. This video is all about our last 4 days in Egypt. Before we embark on our journey to Jordan, let's jump right in. It's day 7 today in Egypt. We're off the cruise in the morning with our luggage taken care of. We're heading to a relic site, the Valley of the Kings. We're going to visit 3 relic sites today. The scale model in the entrance hall was made by a team of Japanese experts. It's a 3D overview of the Valley of the Kings. You can see the excavation paths underneath. How delicate. Tickets are not part of the tour package. We can only visit 6 tombs with the standard tickets. And we need to purchase separate tickets for Tutankhamun, Seti I, and Ramses V and VI tombs. Tomb number 2, Ramses IV, part of the standard tickets. Tomb number 8, Meripta, part of the standard ticket. Tomb number 62, Tutankhamun. Separate tickets are required. Remember on day 3, in the Egypt Museum, I was not allowed to film his golden treasures? Apparently, his 3,000-year-old body isn't nearly as private. The wall paintings and the carvings are similar to the previous 2 tombs we visited. Tomb number 9, Ramses V and VI, separate tickets are required. I guess because of its ceiling decorations representing the celestial realm. These paintings were in place to make sure the pharaoh could travel safely to heaven. Tomb number 17, Seti I. This is the most expensive ticket. It costs more than the standard entry ticket, plus the 2 separate tickets for the other premium tombs combined. So is it worth it? The ceiling paintings are colorful and the tomb is super long, big, complicated. Other than that, this is the secret chamber that the staff lets us in, but we have to give them tips. Another secret chamber. No loss, no gain. Really tired, hot in this desert to see this wonderful relic. Tomb number 16, Ramses I, is a part of the standard ticket. We stayed here for 3.5 hours with 1 hour of free exploring time, the Valley of the Kings. Well, there is only one king lying here, while the others are all in the National Museum. Now we're heading to the Hatshepsut's mortuary temple. Hatshepsut was the only female pharaoh in Egypt's history. She's not a stranger to us. We've known her story in Egypt Museum and saw her mummy in National Museum. I guess as long as you are a pharaoh, your statue must grow beards. Must have on a guided tour. Visiting local shops. Mandatory visits to local shops are always part of the guided tour's itinerary. Remember the Piper's painting shop on day 2 and the essential oil shop on day 4? Today on day 7, we're at an alabaster shop. First, they hook you with cool workshops to get you excited. Then, they nudge you into shops to buy stuff. Who would fall for this trap?
This is 50, this is 70.
After shopping, we checked in our hotel in Luxor.
I'm following you.
And had lunch nearby. It's nighttime. We're heading to the Luxor Temple because it's super beautiful at night. Wow, this courtyard looks magnificent. It was designed to worship the sun. Oh, what's in there? Let's have a look. Oh, it's extremely dark and there's nothing here. There's no fresco. Hey, want to hear something interesting?
With the penis, but what's interesting here is out of the penis, can you see the sperms? So here is the question till now, how did they know how the sperms used to look like?
I think this is 3 kilometers if we want to finish this track.
Some of us opted for dinner at the restaurant chosen by our tour guide, Nader. After dinner, how about a room tour? We need a good rest tonight because tomorrow, before the sunrise, we're going to hop into a hot air balloon. By the way, we just booked this hot air balloon ride yesterday for $100 per person. Prices can vary widely, from as low as $20 to as high as $200. So booking through a trusted agency is key. But I believe if we booked it earlier, it would be much cheaper.
Look at me.
Oh, look at this! Bird view!
Wow, 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 sunrise, sunrise.
Landing. This guy came to ask for tips, and he had nothing to do with the hot air balloon activity. We still tipped him. At least he came with a prop.
Back from the hot air balloon trip. Now we're going to take the boat back to the hotel. And we have another 2 hours to have a rest. And we're going to go to another place packed with activities.
We spent almost 2 hours on the balloon and about 1 hour traveling to and from the site. Then we had breakfast in the hotel.
Yeah.
Now we're heading to the Karnak Temple. Karnak Temple was constructed over nearly 2,000 years by more than 30 pharaohs.
During the flood of 1880.
Let me ask you a question. How this obelisk stands up? And that's a mystery until now. So,
We stayed here for 2 hours. We don't have any other activities scheduled today, so we decided to revisit Luxor and see the Luxor Temple during the day, and stay to watch the sunset there as well. It would take about 30 minutes to walk from the hotel to the Luxor Temple, so we decided to go on foot until...
$2 for two. And we want to go to the Luxor. Luxor Temple. Yeah. Okay. I talk to you. Okay.
We're going with our tour guide. Because you are a good man, I take you to Luxor Temple, take you market, city center.
Maybe not today. Just the Luxor.
Market open just today, my friend.
I know. Just to the Luxor Temple.
You know how much you go and back?
Huh?
You know how much you go and back? $5. Take you there and then wait you, and after we drop you back. 1 hour, 2 hours, don't worry. Okay?
Okay.
let's go to Luxor Temple first.
Go to
Alright.
Luxor first. Alright?
Okay.
Yeah.
Luxor first.
Yeah.
Go to Luxor
Nice
first.
to meet you. You wanna sit here to take video?
Sit
He
at
said
the
here
front.
to make video.
Hey?
Like to drive? All the market here.
Oh, okay.
Now we take go to temple. After the
Now they're taking us to a shop which looks dodgy.
Come on, sister.
But we refused to go in, of course, and the drivers were unhappy, so they could do nothing but taking us all the way to the Luxor Temple. And here we are, negotiating the price with the horse carriage drivers who were unhappy. Finally, we paid them 70 Egyptian pounds. Let's see what the Luxor temple looks like during the day and at sunset.
This is why the initial letter of yin and yang.
We stayed here until night. Now walking to the Luxor Museum nearby.
Now we're on the bridge, and this is the best spot to look at the Sphinx evidence.
Wow, get to see royal mummies again. Lucky! Why was I excited to see corpses? Because they were well-preserved corpses from 3,000 years ago. Amos I and Ramses I. While we were waiting for the hotel taxi to pick us up, the street food, wow, it looked amazing. But we skipped it after 2 seconds of careful thought. Guess who couldn't stop giving out warnings? We're on the way to Hurghada, a resort town on Egypt's Red Sea coast, famous for diving and snorkeling. A rest stop to go to toilet and have some ice cream. After all, it's a 5-hour drive. The first activity we did after we arrived at Hurghada was parasailing, which required an extra payment as it wasn't included in our tour package. Of course, we will give a tip later. After that, we're now enjoying the private beach at the hotel. Now it's nighttime. We're in Hurghada Marina, a popular spot for both tourists and locals to visit. It's accessible from 8 a.m. to midnight. The dinner is awesome. All dinners are excluded from the tour package. The hotel is nice, and it's part of the tour package. Today, we have the whole day exploring the Red Sea. We need to register ourselves first, similar to checking a hotel. After a 1.5-hour boat ride, we've arrived somewhere out at sea. It's time for snorkeling. Lunch is included and the taste is okay. Now we're on a boat and we see the open sky and sea. We know something is missing, and that is island. Sea and island are always part of the same story thanks to Maui. Giftun Island is a popular spot where tourists like to stay. There are local young men taking photos and treating you like a superstar, offering pose coaching, making you feel like you're floating in the air. Your brain stops thinking, and afterward, you might regret paying too much for the photos. Yin is one of the few rational ones. We had only 1 hour, so no time for the famous water swing or hammock. Just me standing ankle deep in water, pretending it's the same thing. Getting back to Hurghada, what a day. We're now in Marina again, ordering seafood tonight. This is our last day in Egypt. Tomorrow, we fly into Jordan, part of our tour package itinerary. We will see you there, because what you're gonna see is unbelievable.